Everybody, and I'm back. It's a Saturday. Hey, Nina, everybody. I realize that I have to reset my Wi-Fi before I come out here. Um, yeah, I talked to my buddy today, the leader of the group that got me out here in YouTube land, or else I probably wouldn't even be. Well, I'd probably be doing videos, but I wouldn't be doing them to the degree that I'm doing them now. But it's Saturday, everybody. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the Orchid Jungle. Um, I actually was going to paint this, and I'm trying not to, treading lightly going in this direction because every time lately that I've gone down that direction, it starts to twirl, and I'm trying to avoid that. But this is such a fabulous thing, and uh, my last painting that I did of this, my Arangus cross, it went over so well that I'm thinking about doing this, but in the process of trying to get a nice composition, if I turn it that way, yuck. If I turn it that way, that one's upside down. That's a side shot. If I turn it that way, that's a little bit better, but still, that's upside. That actually might be the best one, to be honest. But what I'm trying to get at is it's hard to find composition. Hi, Gabrielle. You see, I've turned it all the way around. That is definitely not the shot because the shot would be the lip. So that's what got me out here because I was kind of inspired to paint and I wanted to paint this, but I just can't seem to get a suitable uh, composition. I guess I'll figure it out at some point. I just actually looked on YouTube, no, not YouTube, eBay. Wow, they have got, there's about 4 or 5 of these available. Hey, hey Sharon, how's it going? But there is a site that has 4 or 5 of these available. Um, that is a good question because I had thought that this from this direction would be a great shot. And I thought, well, how could I turn this around so that is there a way that I could prop that down? Or even, is there a way that I could, pull this down? I've been messing with this plant all afternoon, honestly. I wish there was a way. I am trying to, I suppose I could manipulate it. Yeah, you're right, I could do that. But I I am such a purist that plus it's going to be all eyes on me, and you know what I'm trying to say. This is so fragrant as expected, as expected. I really like the idea of doing it in plein air. That would be my sort of I'm doing it in my studio, but ideally I should be doing it in here. Honestly, I could be, if I had a place to sit, I would be uh, painting my plants out here. That's what I would do. This is really nice. Stays bloom, stays in bloom. Stayed. It has been in bloom for a long time. If I could spit out. Um, but yeah, this is going to be really, really nice. Grammatophyllum. You know what? I am going to. I'll go down there, Sharon. If I start spinning, bear with me because it's right down there. Because I've read that I should grow it like a cymbidium, and it likes morning light and then afternoon dappled. But I'll walk down there. I'll probably start spinning, but I'll be back. So it has three spikes on it, and actually it does look like this is coming up off of over the rim. See, and I just see that is a lesson learned. I uh, I had several good suggestions, including the one that I can remember right now, which is putting a peanut underneath it. I think Denise told me that putting a peanut under it, but it looks like it's going to lift itself up over. It's tilted up. I mean, I can see it over the rim. So it's going in the right direction. And there's another spike right there. So yeah, that's pretty good. This is a bucket list plant for me. I just think the flowers are very unusual, dark and fuzzy and hairy, and plus they're stinky as well. Hopefully they will, uh, you know, make it. Nothing really going on down here. That spike that's still on that encyclia. Yes, pendant all the way down. Yep. So yeah, that is nice to have. I was so glad to have it. And if you guys, I know I gave the answer to the site on eBay. If you guys noticed today, if you looked that day versus if you look today, she has a whole brand new set of plants on there that are all in bloom. Unfortunately, I can't buy, so I'm not. But I encourage you all to, since I put it out there. But yeah, it's been a nice day. It's about 50 outside, and I'm really um, encouraged on, whoops, not that, stay there, but this plant, which has two nice growths, that is reputed to be the brassia that has the largest flowers, Sunrise Glow, Phelps Farm. And I did get that at Phelps. But yeah, I've come to the conclusion that although this says that this is a cross, it really looks like the, uh, it just looks like it's freesia. If you, it doesn't look like it has any alba in it, but it's still nice. And this is still very, very fragrant. Even during the daytime, it's fragrant. Um, what else is going on? What else? My spikes down there are still progressing, and these spikes, you're going to get tired of me showing that. And I just saw on eBay somebody had little seedlings of this available, this cross, and it's actually a named cross. Um, yeah, it's a named cross now. It was like some German name, Wolfred, something maybe, I'm not sure. But I'm watering. This is watering day. I have things soaking. This is looking really, really nice. This dendrobium. That is my silver wings. Now, what language is that? Is that Portuguese? Que tal estás? That sounds like Spanish. Nina, you are a ninja. Thank you all for showing up. I appreciate it so much. And this is still looking really, really nice and smelling so nice. Yeah, I thought it was Portuguese. Well, you're doing pretty good. That's for sure. Very nice, very nice. I wish I had something new to show you. Maybe I can find something if I can think. Wish this would be open. I cannot wait to see this bloom. I cannot wait. I'm going to be loving those pastel colors. And this is almost, I almost want to believe, but I'm kind of one of those superstitious plant growers because I've just, I've had it happen to me so many times before where you hope for something and then it ends up not being that. But hey, Lucy, this is my Pescatoria serina, which this is the one that really got me into Pescatorias because it is a pure white. I was thinking about that today. It's still, the lows are still in the 30s here. So it's probably going to be a little while. Um, our frost date here is just April the 6th. So we are just now really past the frost. And honestly, I'm going to show you some. I'll show you right now before I show you that. This is what happened last night. Okay, I'm here. What I'm showing you is, you see, you see that? I'm here. So you see that? This is what happened overnight. That's tragic to me. You all see that, right? Do you see that? You see all that hanging down? That? I know. It shouldn't have been in bud in the first place because it's only oops, sorry about that. Am I still here? Yeah. Shouldn't have been in bud, and I mean it's a little bit early for here to be. These are my wisteria, and it doesn't look like I'm going to be getting any wisteria this year, which is a shame. That's all I wanted to show you outside. But back in here, what I was going to show you. Thank you all for bearing with me. This my screen does things, weird things, and I can't even get the stupid thing off. So anyway, I'm back, and what I was going to show you was this is what got me into Serenas. I don't know, they look like it. They look like they're drooping. But if you can see, maybe those are gross. But right in there, that one, and there's another one in there. Those to me look like they might be they might be, yeah, that one right over there. That they look like they might be. Maybe I'm just. You see how that one has it's open, and these are closed. Can you see that? And if I go in closer, that almost, I don't know. Maybe I'm seeing things, but that should be a pure white. If that turns out to be a bud, I don't know. I'm thinking that it could be, but it could just be a new growth. Either way, it's doing great, doing great. But the story that I was going to tell about, and this goes over here, My pescatorias like moist year round. They like afternoon sun pretty much. They like shady conditions. Intermediate. This is kind of my intermediate corner. My Daichia, which has a bloom on it. Well, it's a bud right there. These are like intermediate, a little bit wetter conditions. This is my Jumelia that doesn't look so well. Pescatorias. Yeah, I like pretty much. I like rare orchids. I do like some common or calling me. But the story I was going to tell was how I got into uh, YouTube. Well, I was already on YouTube minimally, but my friends Slava and Mike the growing grunt, they all used to have YouTube channels, and they've all since gone and left me. And someone actually, one of my subscribers, mentioned them and asked me where they were, and that's why I'm bringing them up because, of course, I think about them all the time. Um, but yeah, they encouraged me to become more active with the iOS. To uh, They encouraged me. Actually, between the three of us, we had a competition for our channel opening. That's how I got my channel opening or whatever it's called, trailer. It was them. They got me into the iOS, got me somehow involved more, going to meetings and involved with the shows. Next thing I was on the board, and then they're gone. So I'm the last musketeer standing. We were the three musketeers. That's what we called ourselves. And I miss them all. And I'm sure maybe they might stumble across this channel. But anyhow, I talked to the growing grunt a couple nights ago to tell him that people were asking for him. This is my Dendrobium forbesi, which I kind of have it. Yeah, it is sitting there, but it's got all of these growths. Oh, sorry. I'll stop it and start over again. Is it a black screen, Fernanda? What are you looking at? Hey, Fernanda. Is it a black screen? Oh, I'll I'll be back.